Hello YouTube and welcome to my review of Spider-Man and Wolverine number 4. We're going to get into spoilers, so if you don't want to be spoiled, here's your warning. Let's take a look at the creative team. The writer is Mark Guggenheim and the artist is Carrie Andrews. We pick up where issue 3 left off. Spider-Man and Wolverine were teleported to China to deal with Doc Ock. The two jump into action to save some bystanders and stop Doc Ock, right away. Spidey is still going over the whole situation in his head, being hurt, stabbed by Wolverine, and not sure if Logan had anything to do with his parents' death. As they fight, Doc Ock explains that he was given an opportunity to prove that he's superior to Spider-Man. Spider-Man hears this and he's trying to figure this all out. He really wants to know what's going on. As they fight, every time Spider-Man or Wolverine get close to hitting Doc Ock, they get teleported. On the last teleportation, Spider-Man and Wolverine get split up. Wolverine is left with Doc Ock, and Spider-Man is sent to New York City to deal with Dread Shadow. As the pair battle, Dread Shadow explains that both Spider-Man and Wolverine are not heroes, that they are failures, and innocent people die around them. Dread Shadow explains that he's not going to kill Spidey. He still has more to show him, and he calls him Peter. This freaks Spider-Man out, trying to figure out why a guy that he doesn't know, Dread Shadow, knows who he is. Spider-Man grabs Dread Shadow's mask and rips it off to reveal his face, but seeing his face, he still doesn't know who he is. At one point, Spider-Man breaks free and heads to the Baxter building. He wants to remove the teleportation device from his wrist. With a little work, he's able to free it and ultimately reverse engineer it so it can become a receiver as well. Spidey uses his device to summon Wolverine back to New York City. And now back together, both of them try to compare notes and figure out what's going on. And just then, someone else appears. It's Teresa Parker, Peter's sister. She is here to deal with Wolverine for what he did to her parents, and she brought along a special bullet, a bullet that was forged from the Miramisa blade, and she shoots Wolverine. And that's where our issue ends. Interesting story. We learned a little bit more, obviously, that somebody's trying to prove to both Spider-Man and Wolverine that they're not good heroes. And, we don't know the involvement, why, Doc Ock, I guess, was involved because he wanted to prove to Spider-Man that he's better than him. But we don't know Dread Shadow, who brought him into the mix here. And so, I think we have some reveal that we're going to get hopefully next issue and kind of understand a little bit more about the story. And then now we have Teresa Parker, Peter's, estranged, long-lost sister, that I haven't seen in some time. I can't remember the last storyline that she was in. So this is an interesting twist. And obviously she feels that Wolverine had something to do with her parents' death. So, I don't know how that's going to complicate the story, but we'll see. Yeah, this was an okay issue. A lot of action. It seemed to read very quickly. Like I said, the art, Carrie Andrews' art is kind of hit or miss for me. There's some stuff I like, but his really over-exaggerated style sometimes is just not my cup of tea. I mean, it's quality, and I think I've said this in every review. It's it's quality. It's good work. It's just sometimes the over-exaggeration is just not my cup of tea. It's just a little bit too much. It's like over the top. So, review time. We're going to go 2.5 web heads, 2.5 claws for this issue. Just kind of in the middle for me. Okay, a little bit of a wrinkle with Teresa Parker showing up. And maybe we've stopped this crazy teleportation now that Spider-Man's figured out the little gadget that was on their wrist. But yeah, just kind of an okay issue for me. Hopefully the next issue picks up and we get a little bit more detail behind. We're 4 issues in and we really don't have a clear understanding of, what's really going on with the story or who's behind it. So, but yeah. So that's my review. That's what I got for you. So leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought. Did you pick this issue up? Are you reading Spider-Man and Wolverine? What do you think of the story so far, the artwork? And if you're not reading, hopefully you enjoyed my review. And just drop me a comment. Let me know. Is there something different that I could do with these reviews? I try to just kind of break down the story and give you my opinion on it. And so hopefully for if you're not reading it, that's enjoyable for you. But that's what I got for you. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next video.